You see my screen? Ron, Jeff, you guys see my screen? Okay. Okay, welcome to the class. Today we will learn about the Bloom taxonomy, and our learning outcome is explain the Bloom taxonomy and its purpose, and also describe the six cognitive levels. So let's start. So what is Bloom taxonomy? So Bloom taxonomy is a hierarchical platform for classifying education learning objectives. It helps teachers organize lesson goal from simple recall and complex creation. So the developer is Benjamin Bloom, and it was published in 1956, and it's widely used to design, deliver, and assess learning at every education level. So right now, I will show
Bloom's
you a
taxonomy is a
video.
framework.
It will take some of your minutes to catch everything what's Bloom taxonomy all about. So you can
Bloom's
watch the
taxonomy
video
is a
now.
framework for categorizing educational goals, created by Benjamin Bloom in 1956. It helps teachers and educators structure their lessons and assessments to encourage higher levels of thinking. The taxonomy has 6 levels, starting from the simplest to the most complex: remembering, understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluating, and creating. Remembering is the first level. It's about recalling facts and basic concepts. For example, a student might be asked to list the main events of a story or recite a mathematical formula. This stage is all about memorization and retention. Understanding is the second level. Here, students explain ideas or concepts. They might summarize a chapter in their own words or explain how a scientific process works. This step moves beyond memorization to ensure the student grasps the meaning behind the facts. Applying is the third level. Students use information in new situations. For instance, they might use a math formula to solve a problem they haven't seen before, or apply a scientific principle to a real-world situation. This level is about using knowledge in practical ways. Analyzing is the fourth level. Students break information into parts to understand it better. They might compare and contrast two theories or examine the motives of characters in a novel. Analyzing involves looking at how the parts of something relate to each other and to the whole. Evaluating is the fifth level. At this stage, students make judgments based on criteria and standards. They might critique a piece of writing or assess the validity of an argument. Evaluation requires critical thinking and the ability to justify decisions. Creating is the sixth and highest level. Here, students produce new or original work. They might write a story, design an experiment, or develop a new way to solve a problem. Creating is about combining elements in novel ways to generate something unique. Bloom's taxonomy encourages educators to move students beyond simple memorization to higher levels of thinking. By structuring lessons around these 6 levels, teachers can help students develop critical thinking skills and a deeper understanding of the material. This approach ensures that education isn't just about remembering facts, but about using knowledge in meaningful and creative ways. For example, in a history class, a teacher might start by having students memorize key dates and events, remembering. Next, they might ask students to explain the causes of these events, understanding. Then, students could apply this knowledge by discussing how these events might have unfolded differently under different circumstances, applying. They might then analyze different historical sources to understand various perspectives on the events, analyzing. Students could evaluate the impact of these events on current society, evaluating, and finally create a presentation or project that connects past events to modern issues, creating. Using Bloom's taxonomy helps create a more engaging and effective learning experience. It encourages students to think deeply and critically about what they are learning and to apply their knowledge in new and innovative ways. However, Bloom's taxonomy isn't without its criticisms. A main criticism of Bloom's taxonomy is that it shows a strict order of thinking skills, making it seem like you need to master simple skills before moving to more complex ones. Critics say this is too simple and doesn't reflect how people really learn. In reality, we might analyze and create things first, in order to remember information. In other words, learning isn't as linear and structured as Bloom suggests.
Okay, so in this video, I think we cover Bloom taxonomy. So,
Bloom's taxonomy.
so there is in this video, we saw there's six cognitive levels. So, like create, combining parts to make new whole, and the evaluation. It's from the from the last stage. But if we go on the first stage, so it will be the remember, you know. So remember to recognize and recalling the fact. Then the understand comes. Understanding what the fact mean. Then the apply comes. Applying the fact, rules, the concept, and the ideas. Then they can analyze by breaking down information into component parts. Then they can evaluate by judging the value of information or ideas. Then the last one is create. It's combining the parts to make new whole.
Hi there,
So
young. Hi there.
there is an example using the theory of Bloom technologies is photosynthesis. So there's a short video. I'll show you the example. Then I will discuss about it.
Young scientists. Welcome back to Kids Science Corner. Today, we're going to explore something really cool, photosynthesis. That might sound like a big word, but don't worry, it's super easy to understand. Let's jump in and find out how plants make their own food. Imagine you're feeling hungry. What do? You eat food, right? Well, plants get hungry too, but instead of eating like us, they make their own food. This process is called photosynthesis. Think of it as plants making a special meal just for themselves. To make their food, plants need a few simple things. 1. Sunlight. This is like the power source that helps them make food. 2. Water. Plants get this from the soil through their roots. 3. Carbon dioxide. This is a gas in the air that plants breathe in through tiny holes in their leaves called stomata. With these three things, sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide, plants are ready to start photosynthesis. Now, here's where the magic happens. Inside the leaves of plants is something called chlorophyll. It's what makes leaves green and helps plants soak up sunlight, kind of like how a sponge soaks up water. Chlorophyll is like a green superhero that makes sure the plant has enough energy to make food. Here's how it all works. 1. Sunlight shines on the leaves. 2. Chlorophyll in the leaves captures the sunlight. 3. The plant takes in water from the roots and carbon dioxide from the air. 4. The plant uses the energy from sunlight to mix water and carbon dioxide together, making glucose, a type of sugar, and oxygen. So, in simple terms, plants use sunlight to turn water and air into food and oxygen. The food, glucose, helps the plant grow big and strong, and the oxygen is released into the air for us to breathe. You might be wondering, why should I care about photosynthesis? Well, here's why. Plants need food to grow, just like we do. Photosynthesis is how they make that food. Oxygen, the air we breathe, is made by plants during photosynthesis. So, every time you take a breath, you can thank a plant. Let's see photosynthesis in action with a simple experiment. You'll need a clear glass of water, a leafy green plant like spinach or any leaf you find, a sunny window. 1. Fill the glass with water and place the leaf in it. 2. Put it by the sunny window and wait a few hours. 3. Check back later and look for tiny bubbles. Those bubbles are oxygen, made by the leaf through photosynthesis. And that's it, young scientists. Photosynthesis is how plants make their own food and give us the oxygen we need to live. Isn't that awesome? Next time you see a plant, remember the amazing work it's doing. Thanks for joining Kids Science Corner on this magnificent adventure. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and subscribe our channel for more fun learning.
So in this video, we see an example, a good example of photosynthesis, and it's related to our Bloom taxonomy. We can create every part of cognitive learning through this example. Like as a remember, the least part of plant cell, how it comes. Then we understand the sunlight and the plants, how sunlight are helpful for the plant to use sunlight, and describe how to plant use sunlight. And also we apply it to the illustrate the process of the diagram, and we analyze it also, compare photosynthesis to respiration, and then we evaluate it. So the evaluate is judge which the effect, the most effect of the plant grow. And the create also must design the experiment to test plant grow under the varied light. So the interactive activities after the class, you can practice and take one of your topic lesson. I'll not give you the task right now. If I do this, it will take lots of time. So I need to cover it within 20 minutes. So after the class, you can take one of your lesson and try learning the objectives of the Bloom 6 level and share your opinion, the feedback with make a group and then individually also. So what's the recap? Using this Bloom taxonomy, make lesson planning structure progressive and challenging for all learners, for the all student. It ensures student move beyond memorize toward true understanding the creativity. And to using the Bloom taxonomy, what's improved to our lesson plan? We can say clarifies learning object with a specific actionable verb, and organize lesson from basic recall to complex the student thinking skill, and also align the assessment with intent cognitive skill levels, and also encourage the method of different thinking between student and also the teachers, and also support the differentiation by the task given to the student ability, and also promote the critical thinking and creativity. So after this lesson, you can ensure your structure, your progressive and inclusiveness also. So I think today class, I covered all of them. If you have any question, you can ask me right now, or you can send it to me later via, through Teams or modules, or you can knock me on email also if you want. So you have any questions? Ron, Jeff, you have any questions? You can ask me right
Okay.
now.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. So I will share this slide to you after the class. You can read this again, and if you have any question, just let me know. I will answer it. And after next week, related this slide, I think you have some, questionnaires, assignments face to face next week. So I will catch up you later. Thank you. Thank you. Take
Thank
care.
you. Thank you.